Hello and welcome back to the very second episode of Storybreakers. If this is your first time here, I mean, you're only one episode off, just go watch the first one. But let's introduce our characters quickly, starting from the right. It's Olivia Kennedy playing
Iris Walker. I forgot I would have to do this again. Hey, I am playing a tiefling rogue, maybe with something else, who knows. I am a photojournalist. I am sneaky. I've got a cool gold tattoo that I didn't mention that's going down my arm. So jot that down.
You're wearing long sleeves. It's fine.
Yeah.
Very professional.
I might roll them up one day. Who knows? And I've got a swishy little tail. It's quite long actually, but you know.
And Maddie Cullen is playing.
I'm playing Winona Thandria Whisperbane, also known as Winona. I have long green hair. I'm an elf. I have a little drake companion, no wings, just hangs around on my arm and stuff. And I am a ranger and also an intern.
Flipping over to the other side of the table, it's Alex Meehan playing.
Hello, I'm Alex Meehan. I'm playing Carriearis West, who is a half-elf bard. And she wants to be an anchor, but will she do it?
Go on then, do it.
Like
do
a
it.
ship.
You've got our first bit!
Hey!
And last but not least, it's our editor-in-chief, Matt Jarvis.
Hello, I'm playing Hunter Burrows. I am a Tortle Paladin. I am the oldest of the group. I'm the veteran, journalist of this lot. And I'm crotchety, and I've been here forever.
Matt, you've been around the block. Why don't you catch us up on what happened in the last episode?
Well, thanks for asking. In the last episode, we were introduced to the gang. We were introduced to our two new interns, Winona and Carriearis.
Carrie.
Carrie.
You can't call her Carrie.
Carrie.
I will end up calling
It's
it
absolutely
Carrie.
Carrie.
They started at ONC, which of course is the
Ognassi
News Corporation. Thank
That's
you.
right.
And then they were quickly shunted through a portal into the town of Ragrump.
Ragrump.
That's right.
Yeah, I was trying to remember if there was a f on the end or
There's
if it was
not.
just Ragrump.
It's just a romp.
It's got a RT at the end. Ragrump.
Yeah, Ragrump.
Okay, Ragrump. So,
The
yeah.
B is silent.
They arrived, quickly chundered into a bucket. Then they met Iris and myself, Hunter, who are... Well, Iris, you've been there 2 weeks.
Couple of weeks, yeah.
Hunter's been there multiple decades. And we also met the editor of the local paper, who is Findus Pancake.
Findus Penkek, how dare you?
Sorry, I gotta change my
Pulling
notes.
back the curtain.
Would you like the spelling?
Yes, please.
Penkek. Penkek. Penkek.
I only wrote down the first name. We're on first name terms. So.
Yeah, Findus. You know Findus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
But things were not all sunshine and roses. To be honest, it wasn't in the first place. But Ruby, beloved Ruby,
Ridges.
Yeah.
wonderful Ruby Ridges,
Office manager
slash receptionist extraordinaire, is missing, and we are jumping ahead now a couple of days, and the scene opens in the sort of courtyard plaza park area, which is looking a little bit run down. The plants could do with some water, even though it seems to rain here all the time. And Winona is stapling a missing poster onto a lamppost pole.
The staples aren't going through the metal. I was like, lick the back of the paper and then stick it on.
Big stamp.
Nice. You're all with her.
Okay, right.
How you
So
feeling?
can we just be stood behind her watching her struggle?
Carriearis just crossed her arms. And she looks like the bags under her eyes are visible. Her hair is not as smooth as it usually is. Her clothes are somewhat rumpled.
You didn't pack a bag when you came.
No, I didn't know I was going to be staying here. Several weeks now?
I know that the town hottie is allegedly, the diner person, but still, for yourself, you can just kind of make sure that you're ready to take on the day. You feeling all right?
Do you have a problem with the way that I look?
I mean, I just in comparison to day one is
Day one of this whole thing.
It's been 48 hours.
Really?
Yeah, it's only been a couple of days.
I was only a couple of days.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what
really
I
good. You
thought.
may have misheard me.
Let's
just keep that in
Damn.
I feel like you'd be affected the same regardless
yeah.
of something like Carrie's.
48 hours. Certainly doesn't feel like it.
Okay. I mean, you know what? We'll get back to this. I would love to focus on the whole
I
missing
mean, it doesn't
person
help
thing.
that we've been sleeping in an office.
You've been sleeping in the office and...
Well, I wasn't assigned a place to live because Ruby is not here.
I mean, Ruby did say that you could, like, have a look at the place over the top of the pub.
I mean, she said there were going to be many places to choose from. Oh,
She
the
mentioned
pub,
specifically
not
the pub.
necessarily my first choice.
Okay, there aren't that many choices here.
Look, I barely know this place. I barely know
Winona,
anyone
you know this
here.
place. Like,
Yeah.
you probably have, like, a recommendation. Maybe somewhere in the woods. Not your spot, obviously.
Your sister's room is free, Winona.
Yeah, it is.
Who are you talking to?
Myself and my
Your
mind.
own thoughts.
Winona, it's me, your brain.
Is it like your little Drake? He's like, Winona. Winona, your sister's room is free. Oh.
You're so right, Worm.
Wait, the-
Look, if you're staying in the office, then you could come. You could stay at our house. My sister's like her room's free, and I haven't been able to move into it, so.
I mean, what kind of inventory can I expect? Is there an ensuite?
Inventory of like, well, she's got like an inventory.
Winona, you could also just, like,
Posters,
move into
bedding,
50-foot
pillow,
hempen rope.
hers.
her Tamagotchi. No, I took that. Take that back.
Not the things that she has. You know, the facilities.
Bed.
There is one of those.
Wardrobe. Desk.
Well, I guess it's better than an office.
Floor.
Floor. Walls. Ceiling. Window.
You're really selling it to me.
At
Yes.
least one.
I mean, I suppose it's better than an office, and I'm getting very tired of having to, get ready in that toilet room.
I mean, we all saw what you did in there, so, like, yeah.
Some smells.
The smell. It always smells. Regardless of what I'm doing in there, which frankly it's none of your business. But everything smells around here. The whole place smells. In fact, I don't know why it's not categorized. It's just one big smell.
Hunter, as this is going on, out of the corner of your eye, you see something that immediately makes you sigh from the bottom of your lungs.
I mean, it's a long list of things that I can say.
Yeah, but like you've got like a range of sighs, right? This is one of the big ones.
Okay.
You've just seen the mayor, and he's finger gunning his way down the street.
Oh my god, is it me?
What's the mayor's name?
Mayor Reso.
Rito.
Reso. R-E-S-O.
Sorry.
Weetos?
No, not Weetos. R-E-S-O. Mayor
I know,
Reso.
I'm just messing with you.
I think Hunter just continues to kind of expel air. Like, it's a very long... To the point where someone who wasn't familiar, might have thought that he just died on the spot. And there's like a death rattle coming out. Because he probably
I hold up a
also
mirror.
freezes whatever he's doing in the thought of like, well, if I don't move, maybe Reso won't spot me and I can just keep doing.
Is that my favourite journalist, Hunter Burrows? How's that little piece that you did about me coming along? Huh? Oh, you're very funny, Hunter. Hi, everyone. If we haven't met yet, we're about to. Name's Mayor Reso. I'm the mayor.
Hello, Mayor.
Winona.
Yeah,
Hello. How's it going?
Yeah, not
Are
too
you
bad.
working at the Star?
Yeah, I got like an internship. I haven't gone in the park though, even though we're next to it.
Yeah, no, please don't do that again because you are barred. But lovely to see you changing your life, turning things around. As we always say here in Ragrump, there's always an opportunity for something better.
Hunter just like absolutely no heart in it, just mumbles along as you say that, like as you say the slogan.
Oh, Mayor. Hello, my name is Carrie's West.
Yes, we haven't met yet. I'm very aware of your lineage over at the ONC.
Oh, well, word travels round.
Mayor Reso is in a much more chipper mood than you're used to. He's usually pretty, like, slimy smiley, but not to this degree, just so you're aware.
Well, I'm new in town, although I don't expect to be here that much longer.
That's what they all say, Carriaris. That's what they all say.
Well, whatever they say is irrelevant, but, I wondered whether there was somewhere that, someone like me might be able to stay,
I heard there's a room above the pub, which is looking very nice.
I did say that.
About
Yes,
the room,
yeah.
about the pub, yes.
You could always just check it out because you don't know. It might be really nice. So.
Iris, our definition of what might be really nice might be quite different. That's all I'm saying.
Well, let's check it out and find out then.
Is a pub you might get like free lemonade because you live above it? I've always
No.
wanted that.
no other options. No other options at all.
Well, we do, and I know you would love this. I'm so sorry to say it's not available right now.
Oh.
We do have a sort of guest room. It's kind of a, like a sort of little cottage on the side of the town hall. It's where we put up important, very, very illustrious people like yourself, of course.
Oh, well.
It is currently occupied.
By whom?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know.
Well, there's a, let's say, very important guest who has not been to the town for a very, very long time, who out of the blue showed up, and if you come to the town hall meeting tonight, you might just be able to see them.
Can Hunter use his knowledge, having just been in the town for so long, to try and think back on who this might be, who hasn't been there for
Can you roll me
5
history?
years? History?
Yeah, do it with advantage,
Nice.
because it's local knowledge that you're aware of.
With advantage, huh? That is 17.
I mean, most people haven't been here in a while. Most people turn up and never come back. There are like a few sort of like local celebrities. There's Angela the Angler, one of the most famous fishers in all of Susire, who hasn't been here for a little while, I guess, but she usually turns up to make sort of little guest appearances. She does like these little, what would you call them, kind of like tutorials for young kids who are getting into fishing. There's the town mascot who has gone missing, so maybe they're coming back, but God, you'd have to be going back quite a while to find anyone of real note.
Yeah, Hunter is just like, is it Angela?
It's not Angela.
We're not gonna get like a fishing demonstration.
No, that is next week though. Please do pencil that in.
Oh, I'm doing that right now.
Angela really does love doing those, so I mean a lot to me if you all turned up.
That
Just
was one of
saying.
my favourite things as a kid when we got to do those.
Yeah.
A very important person,
A
you say.
very important person, Carriaris. Very important.
Well, we could go along. I'm just,
It's sure to be, and don't tell anyone I said this, wouldn't want to be favoritist, although you are the only news organisation here, but it's sure to be newsworthy. Let's just put it that way.
Mayor Reso, I imagine it might be, less of a full house tonight, seeing as a lot of people have kind of navigated away from Ragrump recently, right?
Oh yeah, we've had a few people leave, but it happens.
Does it happen in this quantity, in this time scale? Often?
I don't know what you're talking about. Don't worry about it.
Right.
I love what you've done with your hair today.
I really don't do anything different with it each day.
Oh well, it looks great.
Okay.
Well, Mayor, I'm sure we can drop by tonight, and maybe we can talk about the housing thing, the housing situation.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how long our guest will be staying, but once they're out of town, which I'm not sure how long it will be, as I said. But the point is, there could be a space open for certain guests, as it were.
Oh well, maybe we can talk about it later. Yes.
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 So when are you expecting your mother?
My mother.
Yeah. Well, no, I assume that's what you were asking for.
My mother for.
Is she visiting? Is that why you wanted the guest space?
Well, I imagine she'll come and see how I'm doing at some point.
Absolutely. Wouldn't want to not check in on her favourite daughter, I'm sure. Her only daughter. Sorry.
Yes. The allegations. Anyway.
Yes, anyway.
Yeah. I mean, again, I don't think I'm going to be here for that long, but yeah, we'll talk about it tonight.
Yeah, well, your mother is very welcome to stay in the guest house at the town hall.
Yes.
Your mother is.
Well, it's been lovely talking to you.
It's been fantastic talking to you all. See you tonight. Spread the word. We are sure to have the entire town crammed into that hall, so get there early if you want to get a good spot.
What's left
Okay.
of it? Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. See you later. He walks backwards. Just keep doing this. Trips over a thing and walks off.
Don't break eye contact.
I won. Well done. Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Well, what it is that you're all doing, I'll let you sort of carry on with that. I'm going to go and get ready.
For the pub?
No.
It's like 9:30 in the morning.
Oh my god, is it really? Oh no,
You don't have much time.
I really have to go! And Cariara sort of walks off in that fast walk that she does, where she's like trying not to trip over the various
She doesn't have
rocks
anywhere
and
to go.
stones and mud and things.
Yeah, did you
Well,
want
she's going back to the office.
Right.
Did you want to check out the pub? But before you go, then you can have
Well,
somewhere to
you know,
sleep.
I might not. It might not be necessary. You hear from like she was walking off already.
She's not getting that room.
That pub room's gonna go, I'm sure.
Pub room is gonna
Somebody's
get
gonna
snapped
have
up
it.
so quickly. Yeah. I might take a look for myself.
Yeah, because you might the free lemonades, yeah.
Free lemonade. Yeah,
That's good.
I mean, sometimes I'm doing my work and I get parched, and there's
And
no
you could just go
bubbly treat
downstairs,
around.
and you would get to use the.
I would get to you that. Oh,
I don't know, because you
Wow.
live there, you're basically family.
It's gonna
And
be
if
part
you're
of the
family,
rent.
then you get free lemonade, I've heard.
Yeah, like a kind of stipend for the
Yeah.
like the bubble tax.
Yeah.
Where did you run off to, Carrieras?
To the office.
To the office. Okay, yeah. Well, you watch Carrieras sort of run off as he's chatting, and then you see what you didn't realise was a window until some boxes were moved out of the way, and up pops the head of Findus, who is like tapping on his watch angrily. He gave you 15 minutes to go poster pushing, and your time is up.
Do you think he's seen us? If we don't look, do you think...
I'll roll a stealth if that's okay with you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I did look at him when he looked up, but I could pretend I didn't see.
Give me your best Assassin's Creed impersonation.
19.
Wow.
Or what? Like you just find a crowd of people. And
Yeah,
sort of
you
nudge into them.
I go into
through
some hay.
courtesans.
Yeah.
I'm in some hay. I jump
Oh,
off
yeah,
the edge of
the
building.
local courtesans.
Yeah, the
that
courtesans
live
that
in the
walk
village.
around.
Yeah.
Maybe
Courtesans, they're well known.
You slip into the background of a crowd. Mayor Reso is chatting to some people, and you just pretend that you're listening along. Findus, like out the corner of your eye, is just like.
I'll just say to these two, who, because Findus can't hear me from here, I might like go check out a few of the places that the people who disappeared are, were living, or like where they disappeared, that kind of thing. So if you two want to like duck out too,
Can I come? I'm meant to be doing photocopying this afternoon. I don't like it.
nah, that's fair enough. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're
especially because you have to hand copy all the photos.
Yeah. Photocopying is me. I don't have very good handwriting. Everyone's getting annoyed because they can't read when I'm copying.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine with me. Hunter, what do you think?
I'll come along.
I mean, should we? Carrieras is so far gone. Okay.
I tried to ply her with lemonade and she wasn't interested, so
Yeah.
I honestly don't know what we could possibly do to get her to come with us now.
What else is there?
I
Should we go get her or what?
We're gonna find out. So if not lemonade, what would trick you guys to come?
Or trick me? Something of high value.
Pizza.
Yeah.
pizza, but it's got gold on it.
Oh wow, like a sprinkling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We flip over to Carrias, who is just like unjamming the front door.
Yeah.
Finally finds the sweet spot and cracks through. And Findus is standing there, like arms crossed, legs crossed, face very cross.
Oh, Mr. Pancake, hello.
Where is everybody?
They were putting up posters or something?
I gave them 15 minutes to put up posters, and it's been way longer than that. 15 minutes and 30 seconds.
Well, sir, I mean, they could be just getting some lemonade, I think they were talking about.
Lemonade?
Yes, and then the mayor mentioned something about a meeting tonight.
That is exactly what I wanted to talk to you all about.
Well, I'll be going.
You're goddamn right you'll be going. You're gonna be working late tonight.
Working?
Yeah. Working.
What is that?
I can't work. I'm going to the meeting. The party that's happening?
It's not a party, it's a town hall meeting, and I want you lot to actually do some reporting for once and tell the people of the world what's going on.
Well, no offense, sir, but I'm not...
Offense taken.
I'm not sure whether the people of the world really care awfully that much what goes on around here.
Well, I got to see a press release about who this special guest is, and I think that maybe the people of the world are going to be quite interested.
So I have to say, your suit is looking particularly, well pressed today.
Oh yeah? He wipes a mustard stain off of his...
Yes.
I have to say, you're looking mightily underdressed today.
I apologize.
You know, we invented an iron 2 centuries ago.
Busy working. I don't have time to iron my clothes, you know. You wouldn't happen to know... You wouldn't be able to give me a hint of who it is that's going to be there tonight.
I've been sworn to silence by Reso, so I'm afraid I can't tell you, but I will give you a free bit of advice, Carrie Harris. Why don't you come here? Come, lean in. Lean in nice and close. You have to really squat down to get to it. I can hear you sleeping in the toilets at night. That can't continue. Okay?
Why in the toilet?
One benefit of the toilet, that toilet seat is quite comfortable, I have to say.
Oh, believe me, I know. But that's my sleeping spot. And if I find you in there again, there's gonna be hell to pay. I don't think Mommy's gonna give you a 5th internship. Capiche?
Well, I'm not going to be staying in the office for much longer anyway. I'm organising accommodation with Bear as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to talk about it tonight, when I'm not working.
Well, you will be working. And if you do talk to the mayor, make sure you record what he says, because we need some kind of interview about what's going on, what he knows.
Well, you might know that my speciality is anchorship.
I did not know that, no.
Do we do that sort of thing?
No.
As in, we don't do newscasts, anything of the sort.
Not in Ragrump. There is a broadcast station in Scarby. You know, ONC Look South.
I see. You wouldn't happen to have contact details for anyone who might be in that particular branch?
You know what, Carrie Harris? I actually do. So why don't you start impressing me around here, and maybe I can pull some strings, huh?
I could... So, if there's one thing I can do is make an impression.
Can you roll persuasion with triple disadvantage, please?
Oh, it's not a thing, Wheels!
You clearly never tried to persuade Finder's Pancake.
Wow.
12?
12.
He sort of cocks his head back and looks at you down his nose. He goes, all right. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
And I intend to make an impression this evening.
Okay.
Now, is there a local seamstress or
Steamstress? What's one of them?
It's like a Steam Deck.
Oh, I just bought that.
You know, proprietor of clothing.
There's a charity shop.
Well, thank you very much for your help, Mr. Pancake. I will get back to points towards the
Work.
office. Work, yes.
Okay. I've got an appointment with a dog. A hot dog.
Gross.
It's like, okay.
We cut back to the other group.
Mhm.
What are you up to?
I would have, coming up with a brilliant plan, I would have opened the door and I'd be like, Carriaris, we're going for gold pizza. Are you coming?
I think by this point, Carriaris is in the office, sat at her. I think
you'd just be shouting into the void, yeah.
I think she's in her office, like, sat in her chair, like, her feet are kind of up on, like, a box of something. And she's, like, sort of casually, you know, reading through some sort of stack of papers.
Are you trying to look busy?
Hmm.
You roll performance for me.
Can I? Oh my god. What's
you?
wrong with me at the moment? That is 13.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, no, you're looking through papers and checking things.
Oh.
You've got some glasses that you just found, and you're like,
Yeah.
you
Carriaris
don't require them.
She's an expert at fobbing off,
Yeah.
for sure, yeah.
Findus
like-
walks past and is just like, oh, okay.
Can I see that Winona's getting no response, and I'll be like, don't worry, I got it. And then I'm going to use my thaumaturgy to let my voice boom.
Your what,
I
Liv?
have... Is this... in
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dragons wheels. As a
No, I know what a
tiefling-
thaumaturgy is,
Okay,
but
cool.
is that because you're a tiefling?
It's because I'm a
or-
Yeah, it's a
tiefling,
tiefling.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's my skill I was born with.
Mhm.
So yeah, I can use thaumaturgy to do several things, but specifically I would like to get my voice to boom up to 3 times as loud,
Oh my god.
and be like, Carriaris, do you want to go for gold pizza?
You heard that one.
Carriaris is like, good, good. I'm working! Wait, gold pizza?
We're on the street, so we found some gold pizza, and then we need to investigate it.
Gold pizza, that's so 1170.
It's quaint, I suppose.
It's big scoop.
Of ice cream with the pizza.
You'll be on the front cover, probably. You can report on it as an anchor, maybe.
Like, Carriaris looks around like,
Everyone around you on the street is just like, please stop! Why are you doing this?
Hello.
Carriaris is like looking around her desk just to check she has all her things, and then she remembers she doesn't have anything.
Hurry
This
up.
isn't even your desk.
Yeah, except for a backpack, and she kind of puts her backpack on and like walks outside, and it's like, I heard you.
Yeah, I bet you did.
You don't need to keep
I mean, I bet
shouting.
you did.
Have you turned off the thaumaturgy
Yes.
switch? Okay, good.
As soon as I see her coming, I'm like, all right. I don't know where it comes from.
You've got
Gold,
a little knob that you.
gold pizza.
Yeah.
There's a new trend that's going on.
Oh, you'll find out when we get there.
Yeah, won't we, Mr. Burrows?
Can I do insight to check whether?
Will the pizza really be gold when I get there?
Can you both roll me deception,
Mm.
and then you can roll me insight, and we'll see who does better.
Okay, I'm
I've got
slightly
-1
deceptive.
for this. So.
That's cocked.
13.
16.
19.
They are lying through their teeth, yeah.
I know for a fact, town like this would not have anything remotely as interesting as gold pizza.
We don't even have pizza.
Now, I heard from Mr. Pancake, apparently there is a charity shop
Oh, yeah.
What about it?
and it may sell clothing of some sort.
Okay, are you still on about you getting ready for tonight? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I can't go looking like
Okay,
this.
look, we've got other stuff to do, like actual
Yeah,
journalistic
the
stuff.
charity
You-
shop is this way. If you come
You
with us.
can't-
No, what? No.
You called me out for gold pizza.
We were trying to trap you.
Trap me.
Yeah, like you know when you put like a stick on like a underneath a box and then you have like a treat under there and then you like trap it, pull the stick away and then trap whatever's underneath it.
Charity shop?
Yes, the charity shop is this way, where it just happens to be where
you
we're
wanna-
investigating.
Do you wanna go elsewhere? Is that something that you wanna do?
Hunter, can you roll me insight, please? Actually, just roll me flat wisdom. Just wisdom.
Flat wisdom. Ooh. I'm pretty certain I've got a +4 in wisdom, so I think that'll be a 12.
You sense that these young, scrappy journalists need some kind of guidance. Because, as it currently stands, nothing's going to get done.
I've got the scoop. I know where the scoop is, okay? We just go this way. I'm in charge.
Is Iris pointing us in the right direction? Is it the best place to go for...
What are you after?
She was hoping to go and investigate, like, where the people who disappeared lived, where they were last seen, that kind of stuff. Like,
You can tell she's got the right intention. She just maybe needs to, a bit of expert prioritizing.
thaumaturgy you on again. I know where we need to go.
Jesus Christ.
Ah, stop it!
All right. Look. We've got to do some work at some point, and then we can go to the party.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm a reasonable woman.
No, you are not.
She's gonna shoot today. I will go with you and investigate whatever this is and add my own insight. And then you, Winona, can show me where the charity shop
It's a deal.
is. Okay.
I mean, if you're comfortable with that, because the second part has nothing to do with us. So.
No, I love going there, scouting out, finding things. I think I'm gonna make him like a little jacket.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the first part when we go to investigate, but you were
what?
talking about the charity shop. You were talking
Yeah, I
about the
wanted to go
charity
investigate. That was like
shop. Okay.
that's why I came up with the gold pizza plan.
Yeah, you did do that. That was spot on.
I'm all on it.
Now that was journalistic and like instinct. That was really good.
Boss? Shall we go?
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many hours in the day,
You know,
and we've
we
wasted
could-
several of them now.
Right, are you after
So
family and friends?
I was thinking we could like go to maybe Julia's house because there's still stuff left over there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her stuff's still there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe people will be trying to clear it out.
Did you tell us about the dirt, the alley dirt being
Oh
different?
no, I don't think I. Well, I probably would have told you. Yeah,
Okay.
like you would have noticed it like on the ground, just kind of like grabbing one bit of dirt and grabbing another and like letting them
I mean, it
crumble.
would have been a bit more like...
Yeah.
Would you say you took a sample?
like...
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say we should get like a sample.
Yes.
Come
Yes.
back with a pot.
Yeah, that would. If you're happy with that, I think she would have probably thought to do that, especially with everyone else there, right?
Let's say it's either in your bag or in the office. Like, at some point, if you need it, you've got a sample of that dirt that you can check.
Sick.
And by the way, like, you did go back to the alley because, worth checking and seeing anything had changed. It did seem to have dried up. And it's good that you took a sample because it seems to be airtight in your little container.
Yeah.
It's keeping its consistency, whereas the rest of the dirt, it just seems like normal dirt now. So we head on over to Julia's house. It's in like the sort of more suburban area. It's a bit like a small corner with a little white picket fence, and it's a nice little cottage. And out in front of the garden, as you suspected, they are starting to move her stuff out. There is like a sort of quite exhausted looking man there, who is a bit of an older fellow. He's got like a greying mustache, and he's just sort of like hands on hips looking around at the scene. It's just like sighing every now and again. Psh. Oh!
from a distance, secret.
Oh.
Secret. Right. I think when Cariaris walks up to and sees the cottage,
Wait.
people.
Hey, Wait,
moving stuff out of it.
you going up there?
She's not going up to
are you
it
doing?
yet. But as she
Okay.
approaches it, she's looking at it like, how adorable!
Oh, you.
Adorable little.
You can't have this house.
Then moving stuff out of it. I
Oh
mean,
my
Julia's gone, isn't she?
This is an active crime scene. You have to act accordingly.
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. Did you say that you're looking for a house?
Yes.
How soon could you buy?
Well, I could ask my mother to wire the money, I suppose.
Oh, that would be a blessing. We weren't really expecting Julia to leave, and I'm not sure she was expecting it either because her stuff has barely been touched. The family kind of relied on her for most of the income. I ruined my leg a few years ago, and I don't really have the means to do the work that I used to do. It's quite manual labor intensive, so I haven't found an office job anywhere. I'm struggling, so we need to move this soon, otherwise I'm going to be out on the street.
Well, I could always, send another message to Mama to see if she would be willing to wire me the money.
That would be absolutely fantastic. Sorry, you're not all looking for property, are you?
No,
This
and then
isn't
I'm
a
gonna,
bidding war, is it?
and then I'm gonna like draw these two back and be like, we should watch the master work as we like push Hunter forward.
Do I recognise this person?
You've seen everyone in town at least once,
Yeah, that's what I
but
figured.
yeah, you've definitely not had a conversation with him or anything.
So you say Julia left without... He pops open his notebook. So she left without any kind of warning. She left nothing, or she left everything behind.
We were worried about it. The guards said it was probably nothing. People do just sort of leave here every now and again. And I know it's a small, pretty rundown town. I know there's not much going on here. But I would have thought she would have at least told us she was off.
Your relationship is...
She's my daughter. Honestly, I'm a bit upset. I thought better of her. We've kind of done everything we could to get her in the position that she is now. We thought she would have repaid the favour, but apparently she thought there were greener pastures somewhere else.
Well, children have their own sort of hopes and dreams and things. I'm sure she didn't think she was actively going against your wishes.
I mean, even just a phone call, a letter.
Letters get lost.
What was the position that she was in?
Well, she's been the factory I used to work at. She's in like a management role. It's the one over the corner. It's the one making most of the stink.
Oh, that's where most of the stink's from.
Most of it, yeah.
Yeah, so the longer I stay here, the more I realise it's more sort of a tapestry of smells.
Yeah, no, that's a good way of describing it. I tried to go out to a different town once myself, but I didn't have a single item of clothing that didn't smell like, well, Ragrump. Now I feel a bit self-conscious whenever I go anywhere else.
Oh, it doesn't go.
But look, the point is, she had a happy life. The day that I saw her before she went missing, before she vanished, she was smiling from ear to ear. Like I thought she was happy here. But
Can I do like a cursory insight check on that?
Sure.
Yeah, see if there wasn't anything else going on. Whoop. Nope. It's a 7.
wouldn't take much to tell that he seems pretty genuine.
Okay.
Had she mentioned any money troubles, any recent falling outs, anything like that? You say she was happy?
Honestly, I thought she was kind of set up. Like she only bought this house a couple of years ago. I would assume that she's still on the mortgage, but I mean, she's just gone, so I don't really know what to tell you.
She live alone?
Yeah. I think she maybe had seen someone at some time, but like not anything serious.
And who might that be? If you remember.
I'm sorry, I really don't know. look, is anyone here interested in the house? Because
Our good friend here, yeah.
I would like to have a look around the property, see what it's like.
that would be wonderful. I mean, there are sort of removals going on. We're having to sell a lot of the furniture just because, well, I don't know how else we're gonna make ends meet this month. But you know, the house won't come with it anyway, right? So you know, just have a look around, see if you like the layout, the you know, the carpets and
I
things
would,
like that.
yes,
Also.
I would be ordering my own furniture. I have a very specific sort of look that I like to go for with my upholstery. So
Excellent. Yeah.
yes, can I enter the property?
100%. Yeah. Sorry, do you know what upholstery is?
Fabric, I think.
Okay. Yeah. No. Yeah. There's fabrics in there. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful! Cariaris walks towards the cottage.
So you walk in. You see like there's two like muscular women who are like taking out furniture, and there is a lot of like wooden crates that have been shoved full of stuff, which are obviously going off to some kind of like debt collecting agency or something. And when you look at the scenes that seem like they're still together, like that haven't been moved around too much, yeah, it looks like someone was just living here. You know, there's clothes in the washing basket. There are like pieces of food that look like they've been put away as leftovers and sort of wrapped up ready for the next day. It doesn't look like the scene of someone who moved out.
Are there any piles of documents or letters?
There's a couple of work things on like the kitchen table. You can see the logo of the factory. It's like a cannery of some description. It looks like they can some kind of fish, which would probably explain the smell. But after sort of like looking around, it looks like she held some kind of, like you said, management position of the factory floor. There's maybe a paycheck that looks pretty good considering the local area.
Can I try and find some slime wheels?
Make an investigation check for me.
Okie dokie. Oh,
Guns check.
dirty 20.
This house is pristine. There is no mud anywhere. Like, it looks like she was very house proud and she kept things very, very pretty and neat.
I think Cariaris is sort of walking around, looking at the kind of, I don't know, the countertops or things, but does notice, like, there's food in the fridge, there's, like, stuff just left out, you know, like, this clearly was not, there was no plan about this departure. It's just, yeah, there's something very suspicious about it, for sure. And she's kind of taking note of these things while trying to look fully like she is sort of looking at it like, oh, like, this is nice, you know, what lovely carpeting, etc., etc. Is this one floor?
Yeah, it's just a cottage.
Okay, is there a bathroom or something? Okay, she's gonna go and look at the bathroom.
Yeah, there's like there's nice makeup laid out. Like there's some kind of scented candle in there, which is removing some of the stink from the local area, which is nice. Again, everything looks like it was set up as if someone just vanished.
I don't think she disappeared here. I think she maybe was somewhere else when it happened.
I mean, we know 2 people are missing in the alley.
Yeah.
And everyone except hers last name ends in a Y, so maybe they called her Julie. That's another link I've been putting together.
Yeah. Like
Well, it's certainly odd that it just seems to have appeared. Well, all of her things are here. I'm prone to a spontaneous holiday as much as anyone, but this is very odd. It doesn't seems like she had ties here, family.
The man from earlier walks in and he's going, oh, sorry, I completely forgot there was one last thing. The garden, obviously, I'm not entirely sure what Julia was up to, but, you know, we'll repair the big hole. So if there's any kind of...
I dash out there.
Hole and like
Hello?
hot on your heels.
Okay. Right, well, okay, apparently she hasn't seen the garden yet. But yeah, no, I think she was doing some kind of terraforming of some description. Like it looked like she was maybe putting in a water feature or something like that. It was only half finished, so like feel free to just let us. We'll take it. We'll take the cost. Don't worry. Like if that's stopping you from buying the house, we'll fix it. Don't worry.
Well, I'd like to look at the whole.
Absolutely, please. The garden, apart from that, is absolutely idyllic. There's a little vegetable patch. Look, follow me. He just sort of, he's a bit manic. You can tell he's really stressed out. And he sort of leads you into the garden. And yeah, it's this lovely little country garden. There's like some wisteria growing up the fences, and there is like a little vegetable patch. Maybe there's like a little shed with some tools in. And then right slap bang in the middle of the lawn, yeah, there's this big hole, almost like a sinkhole that's just fallen through.
Well, straight on. The sinkhole in the garden. Why? Do they? Is this a place where sinkholes regularly pop up?
No, but
Am I just going to be walking along the path?
No,
and
not at all. Not at all. No. Obviously, it's a very structurally sound house. There's never been any issues whatsoever.
Yeah, there was a sinkhole in town. I'd know about it, and I've never heard about this.
I mean, look, there's been earthquakes recently. I mean, it might be something to do with that.
Oh yeah, there was an earthquake.
Can Hunter use divine sense?
Explain to me how that one works, Matt.
As an action, I can detect good and evil. Until the end of my next turn, I can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover. I can use it 4 times per long rest. But basically, I can detect good and evil. So, like, is there an element of, I don't know, lingering evil, something like that? I guess, like, he doesn't really know what he's looking for, but just some kind of, like,
everything
beyond
seems
just
natural, but
okay.
One thing that you do notice is that, like, when this sort of ability of yours activates, like it's almost like a keen insight you see in people, and you see like the warm glow of like a good person coming from the house, person who's trying to sell the house. Like he looks like, whilst he's not having a great time right now, he's very caring, he's very kind, and there is like a bit of a sadness inside him. You can see from where is his daughter gone.
Well, Mr.
Mr. Barrows.
Mr. Barrows, thank you so much for the tour. I can let you know. I just need a bit of time to think about it,
Right. Any idea how much time, or?
A few days.
He sort of like worriedly looks at some papers. Yeah, no, we can make that work. Yeah, thanks very much for all your help.
I have a question, because maybe I'm looking to buy. I have some savings.
That would be wonderful, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
Carriearis looks at you like...
Maybe. So, what was her commute like in terms of going back and forth to the factory? Like, I'm just thinking about how close it might be, because...
Are you thinking about getting a job there?
Yeah, thinking about it.
Well, I think from here it's probably about a 15-minute walk. You can see it over there, and he's sort of like over the roof of the cottage. You see these big, horrible smokestacks, black smoke pillowing out of them from the coal-operated machines. You can smell the wafts of fish every now and again coming from it. It's this big, loud, ugly cannery.
Ugly. Is the trajectory near the alleyway at all, where the others disappeared?
No, you wouldn't have to go past the alleyway to get to the factory from here.
Okay.
I'll pick up like a big rock and like drop it in the sinkhole and like look at it and see what it does.
It goes down for a fair bit. It's quite dark down there.
Is it the hole is still like things are like still sinking into it, or is it like it's just a big hole?
No, it looks like it sort of collapsed in on itself,
Okay, yeah, so it's not like actively sinking, it's just like it's sunk and now it's staying.
I think when the rock hits the bottom of the hole, whilst it's difficult to see, you hear like a slimy thud.
I've made like a real slimy thud.
I was just thinking that, yeah.
Slimy.
Mr. Barrows,
Yeah.
Are earthquakes common in Ragrump?
No, not at all, to be honest. God, they must have started 3 weeks or so ago.
3 weeks?
Yeah.
And how often do these earthquakes occur?
Maybe once a week or so. I think we've had about 3 or 4 since. But yeah, before that, You'd have to look hundreds of years back on the records, I think, before you saw any kind of seismic activity around here.
Have you noticed any other unusual activities?
I mean, maybe it is the earthquakes, but people sure are leaving a lot recently.
Yes.
I know that the factory, ever since they built it, about a year ago or so now, ever since then, I mean, this town has not been quite as nice a place to live as it was. I mean, even then it wasn't great, but at least there was something going for it. And yeah, I guess maybe people are just getting sick of the sort of industrialization.
In the last 3 weeks, how many people have left?
Oh, about 4 or 5.
Okay.
There's Barry, Terry, Julia, town mascot, Ruby.
And how many of those do you think were unexpectedly sudden?
Well, I mean, now that you mention it, they all seemed pretty happy where they were, I guess. Yeah, I suppose they were all a little bit unexpected.
Mr. Barrows.
Yeah.
Barrows?
Willie Barrows.
Willie. I wouldn't paint a negative picture of your daughter just yet. I'm just saying that she probably has some reason for having left. And
So do you know something?
I mean, it just sounds from what you've told me that things have been. She seemed. I think I met her once, and she seemed.
There might be foul play.
There's a sort of pregnant pause. Everyone just sort of shiftedly looks at each other, and you all kind of converge in a little bit, and he goes, "What do you mean?"
I don't rightly know, but something's not right.
You think something's going on
Yeah.
in Ragrump?
I think there might be. The town mascot just wouldn't go. I can understand some of the others, but he's let this town through some stuff.
Yeah, not Rump the Ragger.
Not Rump the Ragger.
Can everyone please stop hurriedly writing down Rub the Ragger?
No.
Why wouldn't you?
I need my town notes.
I'm
Sorry,
gonna get a
he is the
t-shirt.
most important person in the
I'm
entire
gonna get a
town.
t-shirt that just says "Rump the Ragger."
I met Rump the Ragger and I got this t-shirt.
And I lived.
Yeah, t-shirt sales of the I Met Rump the Ragger have gone down ever
Right.
since he left. I mean, he loved this town.
You love this town.
Hence why he was the mascot.
Love those t-shirts.
He did.
Well, you can't jump to conclusions too quickly.
I think it's werewolves.
You think
That's a
it's
conclusion.
werewolves?
That is a big conclusion
Yeah.
to make.
Listen, I don't want to say anything, but you lot are from the paper, right?
Yes, that's why. Besides myself, with the purchasing of the house, which I've not promised yet, but that's otherwise why we're asking questions.
I take a picture of the sinkhole.
Oh!
Get me
I like you like a sub.
Listen,
It's for scale.
put a banana next to it. I've seen your bylines. You tend to know what's going on around here. Do you think there's something to what they're saying?
In terms of the particulars, we're still working it out. But what I can tell you is, we'll...
I love the idea that Carrieros is always just crying a little bit.
really bad allergies in the garden.
It's
You're
actual character.
allergic to canned
The
fish.
sink-
Yep.
We'll find your daughter.
You will.
That's
Wait.
what we're trying to do.
That's a big
We
promise.
will? I thought we were just
Thank you so much.
covering it for.
That's what our job
It's Hunter,
is.
right?
That's me.
Listen, I don't really have much that I can give you lot in exchange, but it would mean the world to me. He starts welling up a little bit. He's like, she wouldn't just walk out. We were a close-knit family. It doesn't make any sense, and I didn't want to say anything, but everyone keeps telling me nothing bad ever happens in Ragrump.
Until it does.
Until it does. Thank you, all of you.
Mr. Barrett, before we go, your daughter, did she wear particular boots or a coat when she went out?
Not that I'm aware of. She had some heeled boots, real professional like.
Have you found them in the house?
I've not seen them. But anyway,
You in the market?
I think one of the muscular women from earlier is like, we're almost done. We need to sign some papers. He's like, oh, sorry, I need to go. But
That's okay.
thank you so much, all of you.
One last thing. Do you mind us? Was that a reference?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, one more thing.
Just one more thing.
Yeah.
One more thing. Do you mind us goofing around with this hole?
Hey.
Like if one of us got in the hole.
Like if we dove in.
I know it's your
I
property.
wouldn't recommend that.
I mean,
you're not going to do something weird, are you?
Just like put stuff in the hole.
See what comes out.
I'm not going in that
I'm
hole.
not talking. I'm sure the three of us.
Hunter out of the side of his mouth is just like professional courtesy.
That's why I asked. Before I would have just jumped in before.
That's not the professional bit I was.
Okay, fine. Never mind.
I'd rather you didn't, to be honest. But like, tell you what, have a look around. If you can't find anything, maybe we can go in the hole.
Okay.
You look at your watches. Oh my god, it's getting on. Town hall meeting.
Cariaris looks at Hunter's big pocket watch that he has. She sees the time. She's like, "Oh my god,
I'm late.
charity shop!" She grabs Winona. Charity shop.
Yeah, but can you? We need to get some. I'll start scraping some soil. We need some soil samples. I'll just put it loose in my pocket.
No. It's corrupted.
There's
Take it out like a vial.
There's a process.
Alright, I've got some soil. Alright, let's go.
Can you both roll me? Let's call this. What would you say is a shopping check? Investigation.
Investigation, yeah.
Yeah. Let's both roll investigation and see how good an items you find in the charity shop.
Excellent.
I've been rolling so bad. I don't think I've rolled over 10 this
What have you
entire
got?
time. 8.
8.
5.
5. All right. We skip forward. The sun is setting over the quite old and rundown town hall. And you agree to all meet there because you're having to work the late shift again. And as you walk through the doors, you see that, oh my god, it's buzzing in here. Like, some people have even, taken their carriages in to hear the local news. Mayor Reso has been really bigging this up. This might be the biggest thing that's happened in Ragrump for quite some time. And you can see there's probably about 5 minutes until the meeting starts. The chairs are all out, all mismatched and lined up. And you finally meet up with each other. What are you both wearing?
So, considering our roles,
Yes.
Winona.
I don't think Winona went in with the plan to buy anything, but then
She just
it's
saw something
girls
she just
shopping
couldn't
trip,
not
and
have.
Cariaris is getting something, and she's like, I feel like I should be buying something also, I guess. So she just pick something when you go to try something on, and she is what she pulled. I feel like she's pulled some kind of old prom dress or something.
Are you way overdressed? Everyone
Yeah.
else is just wearing normal clothes. Yeah,
I pulled it out.
it's like rhinestoned.
Yeah, I feel little
It's so
fishtail
poofy.
moments.
So
Yeah.
poofy.
I'm like.
What about you, Kairos?
Oh dear. Well, I didn't roll very well, so to be honest,
It's slightly better than an old prom dress.
Yeah.
well, yeah, exact. Well, the thing is, I think
The progress is
Cariaris.
5. What is an 8?
Yeah.
I had to put a number to it.
I think Cariaris she's finally had an excuse to her to dress up, but obviously she's so overly dressed compared to everyone else. So she's found, obviously limited options, but I reckon she's found, a cocktail dress or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's obviously been through a beer.
Yeah, it's a bit musty.
Yeah, it's
You didn't
musty.
really get a chance to wash it.
I think it's musty. It's a little bit too tight in
a bit
some
ill-fitting.
places,
Yeah.
but a little too baggy in others. And she's sort of totters in her outfit.
It's giving. It's the best I could do.
yeah, it is.
Can
And
like, I was gonna say that with me and Hunter probably like just talking to each other, and they just, what? What? No, what?
She comes in, she looks around and sees what everyone else is dressed like wearing. She's like, oh.
Yeah, you're both wearing the exact same
Yeah.
clothes.
I think, if anything, Hunter's probably quietly impressed that you were able to find anything that wasn't just like beige polo shirts.
It's doilies.
You know, oh my god, this is such a deep cut. You know,
Great.
there's that episode of The Simpsons where like Marge is around Patty and Selma and they're like trying to get her dressed up or something. She's wearing that red dress that's like massive on her and like she's look and so overly made up, like that kind of vibe of
Okay.
like I'm really trying to look good, but I'm actually overshooting it, and now it doesn't look good at all. And she's like looking around and seeing everyone wearing pretty much what they always wear. And she's like, so you know, this isn't a formal event.
Can you both roll me a charisma saving throw?
Right.
Save this.
That's a 10.
Oh, we have minus.
I have -1.
9.
That's better than what I've been rolling before.
You should do.
16.
Okay. You know what? You're making it work.
Okay.
You're feeling a bit weird.
You know, when I stood next to you in the mirror, it looked right.
Amazing.
But now I'm here, I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna sit down and put my jacket on.
Hey, you know what?
I'll just be here.
I think you're both making it work. I think that you both equally are, you know, wearing what you're wearing. Do you stand out a little bit?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'll be honest,
though.
like that's like opposite of my vibe. I like to blend in,
Yeah.
and I feel like this isn't doing that.
In terms of the other people there, is it like humans, elves? Like, are there many other turtles, for instance?
There's no turtles.
Yeah.
I think that's what makes you stand out. in
Because
this
I was
town.
going to say, Hunter probably turns to like a you and is kind of like, hey, you know, you're not the only one.
I mean,
you wore all prom dress last time.
He just gestures at like a show. He's like, this is my prom dress.
Oh,
well, you
you
know.
look really cool though.
I have horns, so you know.
I think there's nothing wrong with a little bit of attention.
Of course you do.
And as you know, we want to make a bit of an impression tonight. A very important guest.
I like to be low key. It's my thing.
Well, we're covering it for the paper.
Maybe people will be so distracted by the outfit that they won't notice other stuff that we're doing. You know?
Yeah, that'll work.
We'll be talking to them and asking loads of
Hey,
questions.
hey, is that woman stealing? Oh no, wait, she's wearing a dress. Sorry.
Wait, but is she wearing a prom dress? That's way more important.
Hold on, is she stealing a prom dress? What's-
Carrie is like looking around to see if she can find the mayor.
The mayor is actually on stage. I was just about to say. You
Okay.
hear the feedback of a microphone
All right,
turning
yeah.
on. There's like
Testing. Okay, yeah.
Um,
Carrie Aris like rushes to find a seat
Yeah,
near
grab
the
a
front.
seat. Yeah,
She wants a seat
This
near the
the
front.
front ones are taken. Roll me a persuasion check to try and nick one.
Yeah, come on.
Can I like stealth my way into a seat?
Sure.
The man
mate.
looks down, you're on his lap. How did this happen?
Papa.
21.
Yeah. What do you say to this person to get them to give you their seat?
I go over and I look down at them.
Look down on them. Yeah.
The default.
She's like, I don't even know, but I'm in the paper.
Oh.
So I kind of need the seat.
Oh gosh, you're one of the journalists. Oh yeah. Well, no, I've heard it's a big scoop. Oh, is this the only? Okay. What?
Yeah, I need that seat.
Yeah. Okay.
This is so rude.
All right. Well, Nice to meet you, I guess.
Oh.
Come.
They slink off. It's not the first time Kairos has done this, is it?
Oh no.
Can I instead stealth my way like to the side of the stage or behind it? Or is that too much?
Behind will be more difficult than to the side.
I could give it a go. If you don't mind. Or will that cause a disruption? Will somebody notice and be like, get out of here?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. I'll just stand. Can I just try and blend in like I'm at the front and I'm like, I've got my camera ready and I'm that's
Yeah, no,
normal.
You do that inherently. That's all good.
Normal journalist stuff is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
that
just
is.
journalizing. So yeah, the feedback of a microphone turning on, it's one of those like, circle wires with a little thing, like proper turn of the century. And up on like this sort of like slightly shabby chic, shall we say, podium. Mayor Reso comes out and he's wearing his finest suit.
Oh.
He's got his hair pomaded. He's
Is
looking...
it like so much?
Yeah, he's put way too much
It is
on.
not-
You
yeah.
can tell he's a little bit nervous, and he gets up and he's like, "Everyone, thank you so much for coming to the town hall meeting. Obviously, I know you're all very excited about the big announcement that I have been spreading around quite a lot. Fair enough. I know. But we've got a little bit of business to get through first. A lot of you have been asking about all the vacant properties that we've been getting. Someone in the audience shouts, "Get on with it! We want to see the big guest!" Oh, no, but we just need to answer a few questions first and sort of like do some town business. Now, the earthquakes have been causing a lot of concern for people. We don't care! Show us the guest!
Can I try and throw my voice and be like,
Let the man speak!
No! I want to see the guest mother! Get some creams!
No, Timmy, I know where you live!
Alright, look. Okay, I know you're all excited. So, let's just get it over with, shall we? He sort of like gestures to someone at the side of the stage, and they put a needle down on a record player. And some music starts playing.
What is the music?
No, it's kind of got a sort of western vibe.
I knew it. I knew you were going to say that. Is it like...
No, it's more
Not
like...
tinkly tonkly piano?
No, it's more a sort of Good, Bad and the Ugly.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, it's almost like a theme song.
Right.
Winona, can you please roll a history check for me with advantage?
That's 16.
Oh my god, you're stressing out. Oh my god, it can't be, can it? Is it? Is it actually him? No, surely not. Surely not. Is it really him?
Oh my god, it's him that I'm wearing in front of.
Winona is crying and you're not sure if it's happy or sad.
I'm at the front.
I'm sat at the very back. Like, as soon as you got in, I just sat on the chair and hit it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I like grab the person next to me. Oh my god.
I'm at the front.
Yeah, not
Mayor
you, just
Reso-
someone next to me right now.
Mayor Reso starts talking. He says, and a few people are like, their ears prick up when they hear the song. And they're like, what? And then he sort of addresses the crowd finally and says, for the first time in over 20 years, I would personally, it is my greatest honor, in fact, to welcome back one of the foremost heroes from the Heroes and Adventurers Guild. You might know him from his escapades all over the world. He is one of the most charming but also dangerous spellcasters in all of the kingdom. For the first time in a very long time, we welcome back to Ragrump, Maxwell Morgan! The crowd goes absolutely wild. Women are screaming, men are screaming, non-binary folk are screaming. There are a lot of like small children who are like vibrating, and like out from a curtain at the back of the stage that's whipped to the side, you see like a wide-brimmed Stetson hat. Just slightly covering one of the most handsome faces you've ever laid eyes on, who struts forward in this sort of long poncho-like cloak. There are spurred boots underneath that are slowly treading towards the podium, and as he lifts a hand up to wave and give a wink to the crowd, you see his gleaming silver wands that are strapped to his side in holsters. It's Maxwell Morgan. Can you please roll me any kind of check to just not lose yourself?
Is this another charisma save?
It might be, yeah.
That's a 5.
Oh.
A little bit weak comes out.
Oh, in the prom dress.
It's got layers. It's got so many
It's
layers.
fine, don't worry about
I've got
it.
so many skirts.
It's in the tool.
Oh, come on.
He sort of like tips his cap and just waits for everyone to stop cheering and screaming.
I'm taking as many pictures as I can,
Yeah.
getting all them angles.
I think Carrie just sort of sat there, like, looking at him, like,
What are you thinking?
I mean, it's the best thing she's looked at in a while,
Yeah.
so, but she's like, who the heck is this person?
Oh no, you're aware of him. I would say,
Okay.
even if you've not met him,
Oh,
you're
he's
aware
that.
of him.
He's okay.
He's famous. He's very famous.
Okay, well,
He's
yeah.
not a top build hero.
No.
You know, he's not one of the biggest adventurers in the realm, but he's a pretty big
Okay.
deal.
She's like, okay. She's not going like off her face, but she is.
No,
like,
you are like, oh, someone from the real world.
Yeah. She's like inquisitive, you know.
Hunter, what's your thoughts?
I feel Hunter's probably been here long enough where he remembers the last visit, so he's probably less infused. I mean, it's very
You
standard.
do remember the last visit. Maxwell Morgan was a fledgling hero back then. He came to investigate some kind of... Hold on a minute. Disappearances, actually. That's weird. Maybe make a note of that. But yeah, no, you remember. He was some kind of, fledgling hero from the Adventurers Guild. It was probably one of his first ever quests. And yeah, he was investigating some kind of disappearances. And then he had it all sorted after a little while. But it did look like he was struggling at the time. But that success really propelled his career to, where he is now. And ever since, it's just been success after success. He's been, the golden laying egg or goose or whatever it is. I can't remember.
I think Hunter's jotting this all down in a notepad. Probably while everyone is stood up around him celebrating.
Yeah,
and
you're just
cheering.
like,
He's
and everyone's
he's
like,
just
oh
yeah.
my god!
He's just like, how about that?
Yeah, Carrie has sat down, crossed her legs crossed, like sort of looking up, like, She's not going.
I take a picture for leverage later.
Leverage?
Just everyone else has stood up screaming and you're just like
Yeah.
The screaming and applause continues. Mayor Reso is like beaming, and Maxwell Morgan just sort of lifts his gloved hands and just sort of like gestures like, come on everyone, let's calm down, let me talk. And after a while it sort of like goes quiet and he just goes, well, it's been a long time, Ragrump. An old woman in the back goes, I love you! I love you too. Now, you're probably wondering what a man like myself is doing in a town like Ragrump. Well, listen. We had some good memories back in the day, did we not? Raise your hands for anyone who was living in Ragrump back then.
How long ago was that?
You weren't.
I wasn't involved.
Yeah.
Hunter does not raise a hand. He's too busy scribbling in his notebook. He's just starting to draw. He's probably like written down Maxwell Morgan, circled it, disappearances, circled it. Like starting drawing lines. Everything happening around him. Like,
Pull a corkboard out of the shell.
But like everything around him barely making, barely getting through the shell.
There's like a couple of like, older folks, like maybe sort of like middle-aged up, are like, I remember. And he's like, well, it's fantastic to see that you've not gone anywhere else, otherwise I wouldn't be able to reconnect with y'all. Still here. Okay, well, look, the main thing is I'm here on official Hero and Adventurers Guild business. Now, there's been a few things I need to investigate, but nothing to cause any concern. That's the main thing that you all need to pay attention to. This is more of a just a friendly visit, as it were. And perhaps somebody else could have handled this, but I thought to myself, Maxwell, when is the last time you saw someone from Ragrump? When is the last time you saw that beautiful town? And I thought, well, yeah, it would be great to reminisce, would it not? So here I am on official business, as I said, and it is wonderful to see you all. A big thank you to Mayor Reso, of course, for welcoming me to have a little chat, little powwow with you all. Oh, he catches a bra that someone's thrown at. Thank you very much. Now, I do have to get back to my official business, so I don't have time for questions, as it were, but Mayor Reso, I'm sure, can answer any of them. Thank you very much for all of your warm welcomes. I'm going to head off now, but you have a fantastic town hall meeting, okay?
Before he can leave the stage, can I use Thaumaturgy to basically throw my voice?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want him to look at me in the crowd or to think that I'm coming after him. But I'd like to throw it and impersonate an excited crowd member and be like, are you here to solve the disappearances like you did last time?
Varun goes a little bit quiet. Sorry, I don't think I quite caught that. Someone say something about disappearances? Honestly, I've just turned up. I'm perhaps a little bit, out of sorts from my travels, so I don't have everything put together just yet. As I said, I'm not really answering questions tonight, but suffice to say, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Can I do the same thing and just shout, how long will you be here?
Well, as I said, I'm not really answering questions, but I'm going to be here for perhaps a couple of weeks at most. You know, it's just as I said, just a short visit.
How many exactly?
I'm not answering questions.
Where are you staying?
I'm staying here at the town hall, okay? Now, can everyone please... Everyone's, like, getting a little bit irate. Like, who's doing this? Like, this is Max on Morgan.
Why are they bothering him?
To diffuse the situation, Hunter then just throws like a, we love you, Maxwell!
Oh, yeah, that's more like it. Yeah, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much.
Have my babies!
You're okay now.
What species is he?
He is... That's a great question. He's just human. He's just
human. Okay.
Just human.
Could I get a read off of his response as to whether he has more that he's not saying?
Roll me insight. Although, can you do it with a disadvantage, please? Because this is quite a busy and loud environment. It's quite difficult to tell.
Sure. What happens if I use my inspiration on a disadvantage roll?
You would cancel it out.
Just cancel it out?
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Nice.
I will take back the token then, please.
Ooh.
Thank you
so kindly. What am I rolling with, sorry, again?
Insight.
Insight. Ooh, I got +6 in insight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I rolled a nat 20.
Yeah!
Oh!
You can't put your finger on it, Hunter. But there's something not right about this. As soon as you mentioned the disappearances, there was just a slight... Nobody else probably noticed it, but there was a slight twinge where he just went... Who knows about that?
You smell a rat.
I smell a lot more than that in Ragrump.
Yeah.
Hunter says to himself, there's something not quite right about that.
Now, as I said, I'm not really answering questions tonight, so it was wonderful to see you all. I'm going to head back, get some well-deserved rest, if you know what I mean. A couple of, light giggles, oh, he's so charming. And then he just sort of, he shoots his signature wink and finger gun.
Who's looking at me?
I think Carrieris stands up and she's like, Mr. Morgan, we're from the local newspaper.
Oh, press, is it? Yeah. Listen, why don't y'all people talk to my people and we can organize some kind of interview or whatever it is.
We were really hoping to have some comments from you tonight. It's possible. And she kind of, pings him with, a winning smile.
You want to roll me persuasion?
Yes, please.
Can I assist by just coming up and just being obviously we know you've traveled a long way, but we would really appreciate it. And then I'm just there with my camera light,
16.
Yeah, I'll boost that up to an 18 for the help. Let's say that this is a sort of a unified front, and he's oh god, I'm getting surrounded here. He doesn't have his press manager with him. He's just a bit look. As I said, we'll sort out some kind of proper press day for you all to come down and.
But a few casual comments.
I'll tell you what. Here's a little quote for your paper. Maxwell Morgan is delighted to return to one of his favorite sleepy towns in Ragrump. He's here on that was quite bright. He is here on official business, but there is absolutely nothing to worry about. It's merely just a couple of checks to see what's going on in the local wilderness, as it were. Now, you might be thinking that implies danger when a hero and an adventurer turns up, but the thing is, we have all sorts of things that we do for the community outside of just questing and killing monsters, you see. So I'm here on one of those kind of, call it a pro bono, shall we?
Question, have we been supplied equipment to record?
There's probably no recorders now, just notes.
Well, Mr. Pancake specifically said, could you please record?
He meant make a record.
Oh, right, okay. Carrieros is like looking over at the others, just check that they're writing this down, because she's not.
I mean, I'm taking pictures. So
what are you up to?
I was just like ran up and I saw them gathering. I'm like at the back, like, sounds like it's really exciting. Something.
No, not exciting at all, darling.
Oh, but are you sure? I feel like
Yeah, no.
you're roll me.
Not in the slightest. It's very, very standard practice. I know it seems strange to send out one of the big dogs.
Yeah.
You get me.
It's so crazy.
But the thing is, every little helps, and we're a team over at the Hero Adventures Guild, and I wanted to do my part.
Who invited you, if you don't mind my asking?
Oh, well, that's an invite situation. We contacted the town, and I just said
contacted the town.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, maybe they sent me some kind of missive. I don't remember. Yeah.
Is Hunter writing this down?
Would you have seen the group converging on Maxwell Morgan?
Oh yeah, no. Absolutely.
Okay, yeah. Then he probably would have wandered over and probably would have been jotting things down.
There is a sort of
consummate pro he is.
Yeah, there's a bit of a time pressure because you can feel all the other audience members slowly circling around, and he's kind of darting his eyes around like,
I'm gonna get out of there. Yeah.
I think Hunter would be like, "Hi Max, how's the guild?"
Great. Do we know each other? Sorry.
20 years ago. Yeah. Do you remember any of? You were here on some disappearance business. There was something going on.
Oh yeah, no, I know it's been a long time, but you know, back then I really came to love the town of Ragrump. It holds a special place in my heart. Yeah.
Special place, and then you didn't come back.
Well, you know what business is like, huh? A big time journalist like you must be darting all over the country finding big scoops, huh?
Well,
You've gone on so many adventures, like, obviously you're so busy, so I get that. I have, like, a lot of your comics, so I keep up with a lot of the stuff you do.
Oh, that's very sweet, darling.
Yeah.
I appreciate it now. But like you said, I'm very busy, so I'm just going to shoot away.
So busy. How about we continue this conversation tomorrow morning? We can come to your suite.
You know what? Sounds good. Mimosas are on me.
Sounds good.
Okay, all right. See you later, folks.
Bye!
you're right, Renee. She was a bit.
I have, like, every single comic about all of his adventures.
You're a fan.
Yeah, he's, like, the coolest adventurer there is.
I'd heard of Maxwell Morgan. I mean, who hasn't? Local, in the national news.
Yeah, he's always doing stuff like saving people and doing things. It's everywhere. He's so good.
Well, the Heroes and the Adventures League is an official institution. It's iconic.
Do you want me to take a picture of the two of you tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right.
Would you actually?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring all of my posters and see if he'll sign them.
It is very interesting that he's come back here, though. I mean, an important man himself. No offense. Ragrump isn't exactly a place worth coming back to.
I mean, that's not something that's important to me. I'm not from here, so it's fine.
Could everyone please roll me a perception check quickly?
Good.
Oh.
That's a good roll of the night,
Thank
baby.
goodness for that.
6.
21.
Yeah, that is 5.
I rolled a natural 1.
That makes sense, though.
I mean, yeah, that
Okay,
does make sense in the context of,
Just overwhelmed.
you both look over at Maxwell as you're chatting. You just see he's so
Golden
dreamy.
face, yeah.
He's so dreamy. You feel like you want to scream. You scream. But you notice something a little bit strange. He's kind of whispering in Mayor Reso's ear, and he doesn't look very happy. And every now and again, his eyes dart over to the group of you.
I think Cariaris has like eavesdropped and like surreptitiously watched people at various social events before. She knows how to do this. She's like standing there, sort of surreptitiously
Creepy.
looking her eyes over.
Looking for gossip.
Yeah.
And you may have seen some because he looks a little bit perturbed by the questions you were asking him, and he just sort of like darts to look back over, initially like a little bit like pissed off, but as you meet eyes with him, he just gives you that winning smile, gives you a thumbs up, and walks out the door. And we will finish there for our second episode of Storybreakers. Thank you very much for watching. If this is your first time here on the Dicebreaker channel, then please do hit subscribe, click the bell icon, and give us a like and a comment just so that we know you're there. Whilst you're here as well, why not head on over to dicebreaker.com, where these two and all of our lovely contributors, including Chase, are writing some fantastic articles all about tabletop, from Dungeons and Dragons to things that you may have never even heard of. And if you are a big fan of Dicebreaker and you've been watching us for a little while, then please do hit the join button to find more about how you can do even more for the channel and also get even more content from us. It's a subscription service called Dicebreaker Plus, and we put exclusive videos on there every single month. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you on the next one. But until then, have a lovely day. Goodbye.
Bye.